Today is July 21st. The Yankees just lost game one versus the Houston Astros. We are recording between games, playing a little catch up, setting ourselves up for the second half. Let's talk some Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks, presented to you by SeatGeek. My name is Jimmy. I'm coming from our warehouse. I am a bag of sweat and so hot. And Jake was at the warehouse. He is now in the Manhattan office with producer extraordinaire BBD. And we are going to talk some Yanks in between this double header, trying to navigate our schedule a little bit. If we will not be doing like an Astro series recap, because that would be a very late night for us, coming off a lot of very late nights on our All-Star game trip and flying back. So we'll talk about game one a little bit here. Game two might get lumped into the next episode. Not sure, but we just needed to check in, say hi. Right, Jake?
What's going on, everybody? John Elope, BBD Elope, everyone who's eloping. And all of our friends of the pod. Yeah, man, this Houston one, brutal. Not necessarily the game, just the whole concept. I mean, doubleheader, that's it. After the All-Star break, a day earlier than the Yankees All-Star break was originally going to be. This was a side effect of the delayed start to the season from the lockout. And, man, it low-key, high-key sucks for baseball. Like, you know, this is one of the premier series of the baseball season. These are two of the top four teams. You know, if this was any other weekend set, the Yankees go to Houston, this would be, you know, the Saturday game would be the Fox game. The Sunday game would probably be the ESPN game, which, well, I mean, for broadcasting reasons, I prefer what's going on. Love myself some Yes Network. Check out Watching Yanks on Yes. But yeah, I mean, what do you do? I mean, Stanton sits out the first game because he you know, All-Star MVP, All-Star weekend. They were going to juggle lineups. So, and both teams are doing this. So the way my mind works, the results of this or whatever, we're recording between games. So I obviously really want the Yankees to win the second game. But I think the big picture is that these teams are so close, and it's why we're so passionate about the Yankees making moves at the deadline, because, man, this is a really good Yankees team, and their biggest competition easily in the American League is the Houston Astros, and every game has been down to the ninth inning and one or two deciding pitches, and that's insane. So anything you can do to give yourself an advantage come October, you kind of have to do it.
Have to, man. Have to. The deadline is in how many days?
It's July 21st. The deadline's August 2nd. So, yeah, I think that
we're within 2 weeks.
That math checks out-ish.
12 days. Okay, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. A little behind the scenes. I invited Cashman to an event we're having.
Yeah.
He said, love to, can't, got to do trade deadline stuff. So there you have it.
Yeah.
He didn't say, I'm not making any moves, nor am I even thinking about it. So we know for certain he's thinking about making some moves. Have to, man. Have to make moves. Roster move-wise, Jake and BBD, because we've been all over the place. Locastro got sent back. He was a 26th man or 27th man, and he got sent down.
Have they
not with the team right now?
done the move yet?
So
is he with the team in Houston?
Tim Locastro is on the team. I don't think they activated Domingo yet.
Yeah, they need to execute that.
Like Domingo is starting the second game, but he hasn't been activated. So it's either
Sears is the 27th man.
My Lord, please get your eyes on the post-game show if you can. Chris Sheeran's goatee might be the wildest look.
Yeah.
He looks like an Earp brother.
Yeah. He went for it.
Who gets in gunfights on dusty streets. That is insane.
Yes.
Good for you, Chris. Wow. Flash is so intimidated by that. Sorry. So LeCastro is probably going to get moved down. That's why he couldn't play game 1.
Well, I mean, Ryan Weber is still on the roster.
Oh.
So I don't know.
I guess anyone that watched a lot of it, I watched a lot of the last 3 innings. We were in and out a lot. Was LeCastro on the bench? My question is, why did he not play?
Well, he might play game 2, and we just know how the Yankees operate.
Well, that's ridiculous to not play him both. He didn't go anywhere for the All-Star break. He didn't, I understand Stanton and Judge, giving them the DH or the off day and all that. They had a busy weekend or week, whatever. But if LeCastro was available to play, why did he not play? So coming out the gate, pretty brutal for me, unless they have to option him to bring Herman on or whatever.
Well, no, then it would make less sense. It would have been they would have played LeCastro the first game and then optioned him down.
Can you do that? Can you make moves? I don't think you can make moves mid doubleheader.
I think you can.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Oh, I thought a team tried to do that once and couldn't.
You could be correct, but I don't think I've seen a tweet being like Domingo's officially activated yet. I saw JP Sears 27th man 7 hours ago.
Which makes me assume it'd be Weber because if not, then you really should have played LeCastro game 1 instead of just sending him down. So I don't know. We're going to find this out in a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's bad start to the second half for me.
Yeah. That might be not a great time for you to bet.
I would bet on the Yankees making trades.
Okay.
Would I bet on them making awesome trades? No. But if DraftKings has a bet on their site and says Yanks will make a trade, 2 trades, I'd bet they make 2 different transactions involving a trade. I would take that bet at DraftKings Sportsbook. I would. Jake, do you have any other information? Because I didn't pull it up.
I sure do, Jim. If you find that bet, or you're just like, I want to bet on regular Major League Baseball games, you can get $100 in free bets instantly. Hello. How about that? $5 and you get $100 in free bets instantly. So, yeah, you're just live. Here's $5. Here's $100 from DK. Check out the matchups and pairings. Check out Poppy Gordo. Got my last Friday bet of the day. Whoops. Little three-way parlay. How's a free dinner treat you? And go check out that and everything else at the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Download it. Use promo code JOHNBOY. New customers can make any $5 bet and get $100 in free bets instantly. It's promo code JOHNBOY. Only at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. MLB trademarks used with permission.
Dude, we were in LA for the All-Star break.
Yes.
And talking to a lot of Dodgers fans.
Yeah.
And they're like, do you think the Dodgers make any moves? And I was like, duh. What team got Manny Machado when he was the biggest what's it called?
Rental.
Free agent. What's the term?
Rental.
When he was the biggest rental. The Dodgers. What team got Mookie Betts? He's the biggest rental. The Dodgers. What team got Trey Turner? What team got Scherzer? Like the Dodgers are going to get LeCastro. Castillo. Or they're going to get, and maybe the Dodgers only won 1 year. I get it, but they go for it, and it doesn't affect their ability to still be a good team. Like, have they been hurt?
2020 COVID season sadly doesn't count. Dodgers didn't even get rings, I think. I'd have to double check. No, man, it's improving your team. I mean, the Dodgers are one of the most well-run organizations in sports, multiplied by their budget, multiplied by willingness to make the big move. They lost Max Scherzer. I mean, they lost Mad Max. They gave up legitimate prospects. Two guys that are now starting and regular players for the Nationals. Ruiz is one of the young best catchers in baseball, and Josiah Gray's figuring it out on the bump. Guess what? They don't care. They're going to make more moves again. I agree with you, Jimmy. We talked about on Talkin Baseball, the Dodgers are a little, I think compared to recent rosters, they're slightly thinner. They're going to get more help back. Who knows what Dustin May looks like when he comes back, and Walker Buehler when he comes back. But right now, they aren't your Dodgers. They are going to be in on the Castillos and the Frankie Montoses. And who knows? I mean, they are willing to make upgrades wherever they can. Their lineup's pretty stacked. I guess I don't know what they do there. And their pitching's not bad. I mean, Kershaw, Urias, Gonsolin, and Anderson's off to a crazy start. But to your point, there's a really good chance they will add because they have a history of that, adding stars.
And I'm jealous.
Sure.
This Yankees team is very good. This Yankees team is going to be in the postseason. I trust them to win some games in the postseason. It comes to the Astros. It comes to, if they make it to the CS, they make it to the World Series, and they got to get through the DS too, but they're not complete. They got some areas that are like not giant gaping holes like Jake's heart, but they're, translucent. Lights getting through.
I'm a big baseball fan. I'll admit it here today. I believe in the beauty of sports. I believe in the beauty of going on a run. This Yankees team is really good. They're on pace to win 100+ wins easily. It's where are they going to land on that moon? Is it 108? Is it 103? Is it 111? The Yankees team is special. They very well could go to the postseason and they could go on a hot run. Like they are one of the 4.5 World Series contenders right now. The point that we've been trying to drive home is why wouldn't you better your odds to do that? Add more lotto tickets, whether that's another bat/outfielder, whether it's potentially upgrading the shortstop position. I'd hear people out. I was going to say I'd hear people out on catcher. No, Jose Trevino was an all-star, and him and Higgy are there just to frame pitches and trick umpires. We can upgrade the pitching, and why wouldn't you? I mean, we've done a lot of talks. Last episode, we had some really good conversations about Soto. That's obviously a big fishy, and, then you can offer them everything in the world, and the Nationals have to be the one that makes the final decision on that, and they have to like the 5 elite prospects you're sending over. So that being said, there are guys that are going to be traded at this deadline. There's veteran outfielders, a David Peralta, Cole Calhoun, even something like that. Look what just happened with Matt Carpenter. I mean, what if a guy like David Peralta, who comes from my Diamondbacks, who's been a really solid guy, he's won a Gold Glove, I believe he's won a Silver Slugger too. What if that guy gets a little gets a little Matt Carpenter love, and he's our left fielder batting 8th? Like, put yourself in a position, whether it's a high leverage reliever or if it's one of those very good pitchers, a Castillo or a Montes, if they click, that we're adding someone that can help us, that when we face, say, the Houston Astros for 7 or whoever, the Blue Jays for 5, whoever we're going to face in October is someone that gives us that extra depth. Because in a playoff series, everyone kind of finds a way. There's 1 or 2 guys on the bench or bullpen, maybe in a 5-gamer, that somehow don't get involved. Go look at some Luis Sojo highlights from the World Series. Like, the depths of your team will be tested. We saw it today. We are tough on IKF. IKF, what is he really good at? Putting a bat on a baseball. Not necessarily your exit velo king, but my guy puts a bat on a baseball. And they put him in a situation where they needed a bat on a baseball. It wasn't the prettiest, but a seeing eye single happened because that's what he does. So put yourself in a position. There's guys in our bullpen right now that will not be a factor come October. We can find upgrades for this Yankees roster, and it's honestly, it gets me excited, like you said, for the next 12 days. If I had to bet on the Yankees making 2 trades, I'd want decent odds on it, like the over of 1.5, but I would currently take that bet. I think they're going to make moves. They have pitching depth. right now. Whether you're a Sears guy, a Clark Schmidt guy, some of their other prospects that are like, they have Estevan Florial is going nuts. And he has one option year left. Like, I think Ken Waldachuk, who's been a crazy quick riser this year, those are the guys at the end of the year that you have to make 40-man roster decisions. Otherwise, they become Rule 5 draft picks, like you're probably familiar with Garrett Whitlock on the Red Sox. So when you put all of those in the pot, the guys that are potential Rule 5 guys that need to go, current depth pieces, the Anduhars, the Florials, are those guys really going to matter this year? And then are they really going to matter next year? And I don't know. But I could tell you, if you grab a veteran bullpen piece or a veteran outfielder, they are going to be a part of this. Never mind the elite guys. If you go get Castillo or Soto or something like that, but get yourself some dudes who have a chance to be a factor this year. Otherwise, if the Yankees thought Florial could be a solution in left field this year, he should have already been up here playing regularly, and he has not. So you can't risk that at this point. As much, I like Florial. He looks like a baby deer, and I like him. But I don't think he's got the juice for this postseason.
I agree. They just made the move. Weber's out. Herman's up. Why'd you play Joey Gallo?
They've for doubleheaders.
No, it's the Astros, Jake.
I know, but it's a doubleheader, and they've
He's
done this for
the worst
years.
Player in the league that has gotten the amount of at-bats he's gotten. That's fucking negligent. Why are we playing him against the Astros? I know you have to sit Stanton because he was in the All-Star game and home run derby. I'll give you that, and Judge gets rest. He went 0 for 3 with a walk. I would have bet my fucking life he was going to go 0 for 3 with a walk or 0 for 4. What are you doing? I'm going to freak the fuck out if he starts another game.
I mean, you know what they've done for doubleheaders during this management's lifetime, so I'm not going to
But they can play Tilo both. They do it with the big guys. I mean, they would run guys out there for both.
Right, but you also know wherever they're at with Joey Gallo, whether Cashman's working the phone right now, if they just sat him both of these games, that's the red flag, and they're not raising that.
And that's what I'm mad about, dude. We're past a red flag. We're like in the wave getting swallowed up with this.
Cashman's trying to do trade value stuff, man.
Fucking ridiculous, dude. That is unbelievable. I was sitting and hoping there was some fucking reason why they would do that. It's not the reason we lost, but it's like a mindset that's just bad. It's not the reason we lost. The Astros have really good starting pitching, and they attacked with small ball, like 2 bunts to start it. It's just like, geez, head games and shit. And they went and they led to a run. And then Montiel gives up another run. They have to settle in, like, and the bats don't hit. Like, it's not the reason we lost. But just to fucking trot him out there again, like, wake the fuck up. That's bad, dude. It's about as mad as I think I could get at what they're doing. Like, that is fucking bad. It's weird. The amount of leash. They keep throwing him the fucking life raft. He takes out scissors, cuts it. They pull it back, retach it, throw it back out to him. He burns it. They throw it back out to him. It's like, what are we doing? The dude doesn't want to save himself. He wants out. He doesn't want to hit. He hit a pop-up today, almost hit the ceiling because he hit such a fucking uppercut swing. He doesn't want in. He won't change. Crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. Watch him be in the game 2 lineup.
Yeah, I almost threw that out there, but people, you know what else is crazy? Crazy the other way. Athletic Greens. Athletic Greens and AG1. They sent us some. It is a great way to start your day. The AG1 way, because you're getting 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source, superfoods, and probiotics to help you start your day right. Special blend of ingredients support your gut health. your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging, all of the things. It contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything, while still tasting good. And it costs you less than $3 a day. You're investing in your health, and it's cheaper than your cold brew habit. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/Yanks. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/Yanks. Take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. This stuff is everywhere now. I keep hearing about Athletic Greens from everywhere, but with us, athleticgreens.com/Yanks, you get the free 1-year supply of the vitamin D and 5 free travel packs. Go check them out at athleticgreens.com/Yanks.
Imagine being Andujar, Florial, or Tim Castro, and you can't get at bats because Gallo's taking them, and he doesn't even take warm-up swings on deck or change his approach or try to do anything to better his job, and just continuing to be stuck in AAA, going off. Or you get called up, you go 3 for 3 with 2 stolen bases, and you're just down against a team that's better than you, continues to beat you. What is the message there?
The message there is a GM's trying not to blow his cover and he's got 12 days to try to ride out any semblance of anything.
Nuts. Oh, you want to wait for lineup 2, or is there any other combos?
I mean, I don't think we know when lineup 2 is going to come out, so I don't know if we can risk that. We got a lot going on. No, man. I mean, I think for me, we've got Houston. We're going at Baltimore, which that's going to be interesting. Seeing the new. We saw the baby birds when we were like, they look a little feisty, and then they started winning. So I'm really interested to see that. Monday, off day, and then 2 at the Mets. So a little road trip off the All-Star break with 6 of our guys being All-Stars. I think this is an interesting little, and I don't like to say this, but an interesting little test-a-rooney. And who knows what's going to happen in the next week or so. I mean, Domingo Germán's going to have 2 starts in the next week, or he's lined up to. And then there's like a final homestand that leads up to the trade deadline. The Yankees host the Royals, who have been big bad and should be trading. And then the Mariners come to town into the deadline. So Mariners, Cardinals, Mariners, Red Sox, Rays. So it's a funky little stretch heading into the trade deadline. Started off by a doubleheader in Houston. And yeah, man, I'm interested to see the juice, the vim and vigor that this team has left. A little road trip after 6 All-Stars with the trade deadline looming and us and everyone else wondering what upgrades the Yankees are going to make. It's exciting, and it's going to be kind of an uncomfortable couple days for Yankee fans, too.
Yeah, we'll be on call. I mean, that'll be fun. And then, Hold on. Someone's yelling at me. Yes?
Someone's yelling at John Boy. He's left the screen. Who do we think it is?
I got to move my car.
You do want to take a picture of your parking spot and post it on Twitter.
Do you want me to try and come back?
I don't know, man. I mean, anything else you need to get off your chest? We're kind of there. We wanted to give the people just a little teaser episode because otherwise we weren't going to talk to them between Tuesday and Sunday.
No, I watched an episode of YouTube video of Shark Tank yesterday, and the guy's business model was awful. He lost money with every purchase, and he told Mark Cuban, but we're acquiring customers. And he said, every time you acquire a customer, you go more in debt. Every time you start Gallo, his trade value goes down. you're not doing what you think you're doing.
Might be hard to go down from 0.
I am Mark Cuban.
Let's we'll
This guy's gonna fuck.
we'll wrap it up. You come back and we'll do some closer stuff.
This guy's gonna kill me.
Intro, outro.
Good luck.
All right. If that's it for Jimmy, he's had a great run. I mean, what he's built up into this point, pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff.
For it all to end over a parking spot.
Yeah. Damn.
Not the way I drew it up.
Goddamn warehouse got us again. All right, everybody. I'm glad we got to poke our heads in and talk with you guys a little bit. We're back Sunday.
Normal recap.
After a Baltimore series. How about that? And yeah, like you might have heard today, it's going to be an interesting energy the next 12 days or so.
We saw them when they were, they're better than the last couple Orioles teams. No, they're good and
they're in the wild card hunt.
They're fully in the mix.
Like Talkin O's is saying, like, we should add some guys at the deadline. And good for them, because they haven't gotten to say that in 6 years. Something like that. That stinks. All right. Thank you, everybody. We will be back Sunday. Unless, I guess we can kind of say this, unless something goes down.
It's that
time. Woo!
On call.
All right. Oh, wait. Hold the phone. Is he back?
Not dead.
He's not dead yet. Jimmy, I mean, I almost just said the tell him grandma thing, and that almost felt dirty.
NDY. Go Yanks. Tell him Grams.
Go Yankees.